Let's start zooming in always.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Hey,
Hey,
it's us.
it's us.
We like to greet you,
We say hello.
to everyone out there.
Welcome back. Will you dance with us?
It's us.
It's us again.
Yappy,
And Ginny.
that's us.
It's us. Welcome to our unbelievable, amazing journey of life that we like to share with each and every one of you.
So that's what we're about to do.
Yes. And what is the topic today that we like to converse about with the amazing peoples around the world?
Today we have a very special topic. The topic is a sustainable way of living.
Mm-hmm.
And we would both like to share a little bit about our journey within that. Yeah, I would maybe like to ask you, Yappy,
Mm-hmm.
a question. What does it mean to you to live in a sustainable way?
To me, it means as little waste as possible, so as little pressure on the systems that have to process all our waste, because it will give, I feel it will give a lot more space. If there's less energy being used into processing waste, there will be more energy left to use for other things that might be beneficial for actually doing other things that might support us. I feel also to create a sort of a recycle movement in a way. So sustainable would mean for me something that doesn't need extra factors from the outside. So it can keep itself going in a way. So life can keep itself going. And how can life keep itself going? It is using life to create new life. So for instance, if you have a diet that is based a lot on fruits, using the seeds from the fruits to plant new trees, or any other way. I think that is actually the easiest way to describe this sort of cycle of life that I would like to support together with other people to really create new things from the things that are already here. Through things that already come directly from nature. And I think that's the beautiful thing about eating, for instance, eating a lot of fruits. It comes directly from nature, and it actually also has within it the power to create more of the same, without actually needing anything else other than the soil, fertile soil, sunlight and water, and air, of course, also. But just the things that come directly from nature, and they're not necessarily created from other things out of nature. Is that an answer?
I love that. It reminds me of like a more enclosed ecosystem, and how actually this is a very natural phenomena in nature and in our environment and in the world,
Mm-hmm.
and how through human actions they have often been destroyed nowadays.
Yeah.
And I think this is also for me where sustainable living really comes in big, because it has all to do with the interaction between us, human beings, or humankind, and our environment and nature around us.
Yeah.
And in a way, of course, we can't just separate us from the world around us and say we can live in separation, because we are not in separation. We are all part of it and live together, and we are dependent on nature.
Mm-hmm.
We are dependent on our environment, the world around us, on the soil, on the plants, on the animals, on everything.
Yeah.
But is, for example, nature dependent on us as humankind as well? Can it survive easily without us?
Mm-hmm. It would be definitely a lot different if we weren't here.
Yeah.
And I think we should also just realize that we are nature. We come from nature. We are in nature. Everything is actually in nature or is derived from nature. Every single brick that is in one of the buildings that we see when we look outside actually comes from our soil. It's just a compound of different things that create the brick. And we've become very creative in creating new things out of something that everything has to come from nature. Even the chips that are in your computer, the iron that's in there comes from nature. Every single part eventually comes from nature, but just the whole process of creating it into something else, the longer the process is, the more it sort of gets disconnected from the original source of where it comes from. And I guess that's also why I feel that the more things are processed, the farther away it is from nature. And I think that also the farther away it is from our bodies being able to handle it, because we are directly from nature. But if we put food into ourselves that is very far from nature, then it will be most probably a lot more difficult for our bodies to process it, because our bodies need a lot more energy to deal with this. That's the way I feel about why I want to live as close to nature as possible, because it feels literally like I'm more connected to the things that I put in and onto my body.
Exactly.
For example,
Also onto your body, in and onto your body. And I think this is also, this point directly connects again to what does it mean, like a sustainable lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
Because it really has a lot to do everything that you consume, that you buy, that you put into your body, also onto your body, and just like also your awareness around these things. Because of course there's also a difference between the intention of having these things and actually putting it into practice. I am curious, Japi, what are some things that you have been learning or implementing on your journey within sustainable living throughout the years?
Yeah.
That you would like to share?
Yeah, several things. One of them is, for instance, buying second-hand clothes. Apart from my underwear, to be honest, I don't buy that second-hand. I buy everything second-hand, and it just makes me feel a lot more, I guess also connected to nature in a way, because I don't support the industry that creates new things out of nature. So I just buy things that are already there, and of course they were at a certain point created by people out of something from nature, but because I don't buy things that are newly created out of nature, I don't support that industry, and that makes me feel I am more working with the things that are already here, which I feel really closely is closely supporting a sustainable kind of living. So that's one. Another one would be just being really conscious about the products that I use in my daily life. For instance, what do I wash my clothes with? I like to wash my clothes with baking soda and vinegar. Well, another example would be the way I eat. I stopped eating meat, I stopped eating dairy, and right now we are actually eating as much fruit as we can, basically only fruit. So I'm sort of on a journey to find out, how much do I need from this? Like, how much do I need to eat in order to be healthy, to feel healthy? I think I'm gonna stop talking now because we all are almost done.
Yeah, I just want to add one point to the eating. I think it's one of the biggest parts of lifestyle that also can be, has such a big impact on our environment, on our nature. And I think something like the mission that we are on right now is to really live as close to nature as possible, and also through what we eat. So really taking food and fruit as it comes, provided from nature. Okay, I'm under pressure. It's going out now.
3, 2, 1.
Bye bye.